Welcome back, everyone, to NRG Stadium in Houston. We've got a kickoff forthcoming as we get back into the action in the third quarter.
Set to kick off.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and a yard. Now Mills. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mills. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it?
And it's picked up by the Panthers. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Down the right sideline.
And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Texans nothing. Sam Martin set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Houston set to take over.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, Mills.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Mills to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
And 10 yards to go.
Mills now.
And what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hands up. Hands up.
A running play, it's Dowdle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hands up. Lead.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Listen, hot. Lead. Stop.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That's good for Panthers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Dalton now to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Mitchell Evans, 29 yards. And the Panthers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Houston's offense taking over again.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
At the 42-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else. Here's Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Jalen Coker, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD, it'll go into the books as just 1 win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, is really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Mills and the Texans now come up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
22-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mills. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here's Mills. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game was decided a long time ago.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Listen, hot, hot. Stop. Lead.
They run again with Dowdle.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Trying to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Yeah, fast it. Listen, hot.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. So on 4th down, here's Matthew Wright for the Panther field goal.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They go play action. Mills. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He may go.
And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Sets up first down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Listen, hot. Listen, hot.
Oh, passing it. Dalton. And he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Now for the point after. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And that
final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, the final dress rehearsal, week 3 of the preseason. And we got a good matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Sam Martin.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Throwing is Rodgers.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by a Caleb Evans.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
His 2nd year in the league certainly didn't go the way that he thought it would. In fact, a lot of whispers around the team and around the league that maybe he was not going to be the guy. Ended up getting benched, took his time, watched the game, and then came back better than ever. 2nd year in the same offense with the same head coach should lead to an even bigger jump in year 3.
33, yellow. Ready?
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Set, set.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
And there the
counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally insane?
Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that's caught inside the 30. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A big play there for Carolina. 54 yards.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. 45, white. 43 rail. White. Ready.
Young now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Panthers. Jatavion Sanders. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Down. Yellow, 22. Watch out now.
Young, he's going to change it up.
Set, go.
They go play action here on 1st down. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing, Young. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. On 4th down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Warren. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Rodgers with a keeper. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the 1st half.
Warren will try the right side. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. But that's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 45, wide, green jack. Ready.
Young now after the fumble recovery. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. 52 blue. Watch out now, 50 Fury. Black Ultra.
To throw, Young. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. And Xavier Legette from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Panthers.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Sam Martin is set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. In motion, the tight end. Now Rodgers. That is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 72 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row. We're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point.
He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense and Chuba Hubbard set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go.
And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready, break. Let's go now. Yellow, 22. Hut.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Gain of 15 yards. That's another Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 27.
On play action, Young. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready, set, black 40, set.
It's Young off play action.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Red, 38, black ultra. Claws red.
Young off the play fake. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Well,
looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Set. Big go. Ready.
They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. 138 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Here's Young.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Let's go. 33. Yellow. Set.
Now here's Young. Looking left side of he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. Finding room at midfield.
He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Black 40. Ready?
Now Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's still barreling through. Touchdown, Carolina.
Rico down it.
48 yards.
And the Panthers have opened the lead up to 30.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Steelers 7. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 9 here.
Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
This is fielded at the 27.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 152 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
97. Here we go. Hut, hut.
They go play action. Young. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be touchdown in the end, but a big play on that one.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Set. 50. Green. Hut, hut.
On the counter, this is Hubbard.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the 2nd half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Okay, right. Ready. 10 cycles. 60.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now it's the backup Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week, and well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle with his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers continue to pour it on here in the fourth. An extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Rudolph now to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Panthers about ready to take over. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Andy Dalton. Throwing left side, it's complete. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD, but of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points, and my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it.
Hunter Renfrow, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now it's Rudolph. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here's Rudolph. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Let's take it inside his own 40. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Hands up!
Oh, passing it. Dalton. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hands up!
Dalton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Hands up! Hands up!
Play fake. Here's Dalton.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And it's caught.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
16 more yards. That's another Panthers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Dowdle. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up. And he's into the clear. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover. But if there's ever a good time to do it,
Preseason.
yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go. And maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. One last throw here for Rudolph. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.